Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
What do you get when you mix two white boys, both named Mike? A thing for Justin Timberlake and a piercing above your eye. Was he high? Their stories alone could make you cry. That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.
Brendan's addicted to
I'm telling you.
addicted.
I'm texting fucking Tommy Pope, you cunts.
Oh,
I had to spend all day
was that not
trying
on your
to
phone?
Huh?
Was that not on your phone? You were
I'm
texting
just
him
answering
on
a guy,
medium?
you fuck. You guys find every reason to just point away from you.
Point away from
This is
us.
his new
You
thing
got
he does.
your
He
own-
does the when you got one finger pointed at you got three coming
Now,
back.
you guys got your own fucking issues, but you use
Yeah, of
me.
course we do, and we're pretty well. I'm pretty transparent about my issues.
Please, please,
First of all,
please.
I've said it on our other show. I am a transparent.
You put
I am
you
the
know.
transparent parent.
We got Jeffrey Tambor in the house. Hey now.
Yeah,
Canceled.
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Irish Goodbye podcast. Not yet canceled, but on the brink. I'm one of your hosts, Michael Shane Cannon. With me, as always,
Mike Feeney, and also
Brendan Sagalow.
Wow, this is fun. I gotta say, this is probably the first ever Zoom podcast that is recorded in the same room as the other people.
unfortunately Mike's 4,000 miles away from us right now. But we are in the same. We are within touching distance of one another.
We're very much in touching distance. I have no internet to speak of at home. It's been a very frustrating few days. I've been killing it on PGA 2K21, and in the middle of like really important shots, the whole thing shuts off. The computer, the TV's dead.
Oh no!
Yeah, and I'm just four knuckles deep into Nicole's cheek.
PlayStation is the king of finding the perfect time when you're just in it, and then that fucking blue screen comes up and it just says error, and then there's nothing you could do. It doesn't even say try to save.
Completely agree. And Brendan, you know what? Just to prove you wrong, Feeney's addicted to his phone.
I'm literally read what it says.
Oh, you're doing
Can't stop.
something.
Read what it says.
Can't stop.
You're
tweeting.
doing something.
Can't stop.
but I do
Can't stop
something.
reading notes for the show. Everybody.
I work on something.
I mean, preparation. If you work on something, you were texting a friend.
I was taking a friend about doing his podcast to promote my album, which comes out on the 21st.
Can you imagine waiting that long? Yeah.
that
All
part
right.
out.
Let's do it. Now that we are recording
No, come on.
and have there's so many because we haven't recorded since Christmas, man. We have so many stories. We don't even need to get to Brendan's thing today.
No,
I
Brendan
can go on my
Bachelor.
phone.
Please do.
You will.
I just had a little bit of a racial mishap on the way here, which because so I parked. There's usually pretty decent parking around here, and I'm never. I actually luck out in this area of Queens often, but I had to drive like maybe 4 avenues, and I didn't realize how far away I was until I tried walking here. You know what I mean? Where you park and you're like, oh, I'm a skip and a jump away.
Sure.
I'm
Yeah,
clearly
of
still in the
course.
same neighborhood. And I didn't realize it was just so far away. It was preposterous. So I get off out of my car, right? I wrote this down just in case I forgot because I was
Typical
smoking pot.
Cannon on his phone.
Right. So my car, I don't know about you, but I'm like a paranoid dude where every time I lock the car, I'll take a step and then assume I never locked it and just relock and relock.
I do
until
that.
Anybody who only locks once is a fucking lunatic.
Psychopath.
they have too much confidence in
Or
themselves,
money.
and eventually they'll fail themselves.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the day where I let myself down, but then my second self will have saved myself.
Oh yeah.
So I'm outside my car and I lock it and I beep, beep, and then I forget because I am stoned and I go to lock it twice. And a black delivery guy is standing right there. And in like a jovial, joking way, he looks at me and he goes, "Locked it twice because of me, huh?" I died laughing, but I was like, no, I'm high. And like he laughed. And so we're getting along.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh man, let me get a hit. And I was like, no, you're black.
Oh, Jesus.
I went for the bit.
That's great, though. I would have done the same
For
thing.
the bit. And
What's the bit, real quick? It's just don't share with black people.
Sounded like you were
I
saying
hope that
bit.
drop is in post because
the bit was in the moment. He made the joke about me locking twice because
that
he's
makes
black.
sense. That checks
Then
out.
I said I'm high, and I called back to his original stereotype.
You're like, I didn't want it to be like wet when you gave it back to me.
I can't afford sickle cell.
Oh no!
Can't get that through spit. Can you?
I don't think
No,
so.
I think
Kenya.
that's like a...
Alex, you still there? She wrote capital N-O, so I don't know what that.
Well, I guess that's my highlight.
I guess should we just get into like Christmas and stuff another day, or what?
No,
should
we should do it now. We should
Okay.
do it now
We
because
have
I
a
think
full
again
hour.
we should do the back half, the Bachelor Brendan, and we have a lot to catch up on because we haven't recorded or really spoke to each other on a consistent basis since Christmas. We gave each other some space.
Yeah. We broke up.
We did briefly
The team broke up.
in my head. Don't worry,
That's
guys.
what I've been telling everyone.
I've created a lot of conflict in my head.
I just don't want any racists near me. You know what I mean? I can't deal with this.
Oh, there's my water.
I hope that guy saw you come into Feeney's building
Mm-hmm.
and it's just waiting
Oh, for what? What would he do? Seemed like a really measured guy.
to I don't know, call his local senator about you or something.
Oh, okay. How you doing, pal?
I'm great.
Are you?
I'm okay. 24 days, no drinks.
24 days, no
24
drinks.
days.
Do you feel good about that, or is
I
it
feel
starting to reach a stress tipping point?
No, it was just hard on New Year's where everyone was obliterated. I was attacking snack. I was the snack attacker.
Attaboy.
I had maybe Corinne bought those little peanut butter like orange cracker things. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's
No.
like 2 orange crackers with peanut butter in the middle, and they're like little snacks.
Wafers.
I thought you meant like
Kind of.
orange flavored.
Well, that's what I
Crackers.
thought because
No.
I actually just got those where it's like a thin dark chocolate shell over an actual
Yeah.
orange slice.
Yeah, that I hate.
Oh, I like that.
that's very like European.
Well, you know.
I had that.
Sacre bleu.
I think I had those when I was like 9 and threw up everywhere, so I hate them forever.
What?
I think I had those when I was like 9 and
Yeah.
I threw up everywhere, so I hate them forever.
Do you know?
wow.
Do you know what I realized that I just speaking of oranges, which is a podcast hot topic? I just realized that my son may have gotten this weird thing from me where I used to eat orange peels and like lemon peels, and I just eat the peel of fruit all the time. And my mom, it became such an issue that my mother or grandmother started like candying them. So like, they'd like wash the shit out of it, but they candied it just so like I wasn't just destroying my taste buds or something like that.
What's
They just
candying it?
they put it in like sugar and caramel or something. Like they just did something to make it sweet.
That's a way to break you of the habit.
Yeah, right.
Dip-
What else did they
dip
do?
it in- dip it in
a boot?
sugar?
Yeah, dip a boot and fry a boot and give it to you.
If you're gonna do it, at least let us make it delicious.
Yeah.
Like don't make us sick by watching you lick pesticide.
Your son's been eating dog shit. Well, dip it in caramel.
Oh, dude, I mean, I have that joke, but he didn't eat dog shit. But my kid literally, like, I mean, it's so ridiculous when you see what they do, because especially if you give them any type of like reaction to shit, my kid will like. My mother-in-law has like 58 cats, so she has running fountains in various parts of the house and or property, and Crew will literally just like run his fingers across it and go and just drink it like he's a feline himself. And I'm like, buddy, you have an extra number 21 chromosome, and it is staring me in the eyes.
It's very strange that you would eat orange like slices. Do you still do that?
Yeah, I
Still
do.
eat 'em?
I eat tangerine. Tangerine is worse because it's got less like. It's thinner, so it's like just peel. Where the reason the peel was good is because it had the inside white part that also kind of balanced it. I don't know. It's a weird taste, and I don't know what makes me do it. But I think somebody lied to me and told me it was actually healthier than the fruit. And as a 6-year-old, I was like, that's going to be my thing.
Yeah, cut to 35 years later.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
not 41.
I know, whatever. I just said a number. You're not.
Close enough.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this then. What is stopping you from when you have a tangerine or whatever, just biting into it and like eating it like that?
Nothing's stopping me. I'm an adult.
Okay, what makes you not do that? Then? It's also a phrase. What's stopping you?
Is it?
I've heard it before. What do you think?
So Christmas was nice. I had a waiting for all this orange talk to subside. I couldn't imagine it went on as long as it did, and continues.
Tangerine.
Yeah.
This is the
Citrus
the
Cast.
theme song is "Oh My Darling Clementine."
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. All you have to do is just fight through 30 minutes of citrus talk.
And infighting. Citrus talk and infighting. And then you get to the real meaty center, which you can also eat.
Which is Brendan.
Yeah.
Eat me, baby.
So I had and we will get to the second half of our, could possibly be the thrilling conclusion. Who knows?
I'm very nervous. I feel like we have one more submission, if any.
We'll find out.
When you posted today, when you're like, please, I'm like, no one's gonna do it.
Oh, did you get the sense of urgency?
I got the sense of urgency. Yeah.
So we'll get to that in the back nine here of the show, but we do want to catch up on some stories, some little things and stuff. And I think like overall, Mike, it sounds like you had a very eventful Christmas. Mine was actually great. It was here. Eric and I we got these 2 giant fucking bone-in ribeyes, and I made mashed potatoes. Erica made like stuff throughout the entire day for us to eat. We had, drinks in the morning. It was just like a good day. I think there was still snow, right? Was there still snow on the ground? There was still a little snow. Yeah. So it was a nice Christmas. Our first Christmas with Jeed. We gave him some presents. We got him that new dog bed. He's loving his life.
Chocolate?
Yeah. And an orange. So the Christmas, I didn't even feel like I took a ton of notes, but the day after Christmas was something I want to talk about because 2 crazy things happened. Number one, so I had a show the day after Christmas at New York Comedy Club, and I was like, oh, this will probably be my last show of the year, which it turns out it wasn't, but this show, I honestly should have been, because it was so great. They were so hot, the audience. They were like just the best audience. I hadn't done comedy in like almost a week. It felt like they were so good. They just were like yes ending everything. They were just in a good mood. They had that after Christmas energy when you're just like, I just fucking was with my family. I got a bunch of new things. Yeah. People were just happy.
Snowboard.
So I had a really fucking great set, and to close out the show, it felt very nice and stuff. And then as we're leaving, Ian Fidance was hosting the show, and Ian and I are walking into the elevator, but they make the crowd take the stairs because it only fits 3 people, so it would take forever. So they tell the crowd to take the stairs, and Ian and I are in the elevator, and just before the elevator doors closing, so there's a guy coming down the stairs. There was an audience member, and he's like, where's Ian? I'm looking for the host. Ian, where's Ian? And so I am thinking like something fun's going to happen. So I just put my hand in front of the elevator door, stop it from going down. And I'm like, Ian, that guy wants to talk to you. Yeah. And so Ian, of course, like,
what if you got shot?
I mean, that would be a much bigger problem.
I know, but I'm just saying.
It would have been your fault.
It would have been your fault.
Would it have?
Yeah.
What if he didn't
just
see?
Like it was Bruce Wayne's fault for his parents dying because he's the fucking pussy that wanted to leave the show early and then go down
Stupid
the wet
kid.
back alley.
Yeah. Only go down the
Excuse me?
City.
The what alley?
Wet. Back.
I'm picturing more of a Peter Parker situation. Where...
It was moist. I'm not saying it was an only alley for Mexicans. It was a moist.
Wait, those are Mexicans? You refer to them as Mexicans?
What?
Stop making me do it. Just checking the pillows here.
Alex, delete this episode.
You're toast, pal. So anyway, Mike's racism aside, Alex just wrote no, LOL. So as you know, I hold the elevator door. Ian does like, you know, his Willy Wonka tumble to meet the guy. And
well, it could, in Ian's case, it could be adulation or some dude that wants to just bury one deep.
Yeah. And either way, he's down. So he goes up, he talks to the guy for a quick conversation. Ian comes back in here, and him and I are in the elevator now. So now the elevator's door closed, and Ian's like, holy shit, that was fucking crazy. And I was like, what? And he's like, he fucking palmed me this. And then we look down, and it's money, right? So it's folded like 4 ways. So all you see is the first bill, which is $100 bill. And I was like, holy shit, dude. I was like, that's fucking awesome. And then he like unbends it again. There's a second $100 bill. And then he unfolds it to open it, a third $100 bill. They gave him $300, right? So I go, holy shit, Ian. I was like, that's
what sadness was he spewing?
Well, apparently what the guy said to him was, I know how hard it is for you guys and comics during all this, so I want to like give you this. And I think just the normal person who doesn't go to a comedy show a lot thinks that like the host is like the producer of the show or something like that. So Ian was basically like, Ian immediately goes, he feels bad about it instantly. And he goes like, do you want $100? And I was like, no, dude. It's like, he gave you that money. I was like, it's your money, dude. You just got, Merry Christmas. That's fucking awesome. Keep your $300 and fucking don't tell anybody about this. But Ian, got to give it to him, being the good guy he is. He's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to split the money with the other comics on the show. So he ended up giving me $75 of that. So it was like, it was like a killer show. Plus it was like $100 spot to do fucking, to have a great set.
Minutes.
Yeah. And it was like fucking, and we like literally like clicked heels and then walked the other way. It was like, what a Christmas miracle. It felt so good. And then on that same night, I come home, whatever, we play video games or whatnot. And then I'm in the middle of, I'm sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden, like, Gede's starting to act like I've never seen him act. He's being very weird. He's like, he came over to me and he kept like looking at random places. And then he came up and like put his paws up on me. And then all of a sudden started going like, like fast panting, like tongue out panting. And I was a little stoned at that point. So I'm fucking freaking out. I was like, why are you panting? Like, what's going on? I tried to give him over to the water. He's like, he doesn't fucking react to it. And he's just acting super weird. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I almost woke up Erica and I'm like, let me just take him outside to pee, because I was going to take him out soon to pee anyway. And like, I don't know, maybe he just has to pee and there's, needs some air. Maybe he's bored or whatever, but he was acting like really erratic with his behavior. So I was kind of worried. So I take him outside, dude. And like, he never pulls really when we're on the leash. He was like running in place. So I'm wearing slippers. I end up running like halfway down the block with him. There's still snow out there. We go all the way across the street. He runs me to like down the block, and then just proceeds to rocket shit, dude. Like, I'm talking like tail up, like had distance, like a long jumper, dude.
Wow.
He had that hot cup of soup, diarrhea at his asshole, and he's such a good boy that he fucking was just like, I gotta shit, dude. But he wasn't crying. He wasn't like at the door. He wasn't like, take me out. He was just suffering in silence.
He just had to shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then when I took him out, and then he shit everywhere, and I was like, you're the best dog ever. You're the best dog of all time.
What it's like when I'm on Adderall. That exact thing, the panting, the rocket shitting.
That's me always, every moment. I mean, more so when I'm on some sort of upper, but maybe snow was like cocaine for dogs. He took a little bumpy of the snow and then instantly had to shit. But the tip situation reminds me of, so on the 23rd, I opened for Joey Diaz at Uncle Vinny's. And it was fun. It was a good time.
He's so nice.
He's a really nice guy, but it's like, it's such a weird time that I didn't even want to hang. He was in the back room with his buddy. Dino brought me back there to meet him for the second time. Yeah. I met him once, like briefly in LA, but I've told that story before when I did the warm up for Ari's This Is Not Happening.
Yeah.
And he just T-Rex walked in with, red eyes blaring, did his story, and then like pushed an ICM agent out of the way and just walked directly out, spent a total of 15 minutes and 11 seconds in the building, and he was on stage for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So, good to meet him, all that stuff. But I'm like hanging out kind of outside, and then near the door, I'm trying to spread out from everybody because, again, it's right before Christmas, all that shit. Mm-hmm. Some dude right before the podcast, like I said, I have just a fucking magnet for conspiracy theorists. I told the story about the dude in the parking lot from Connecticut. It's just people from Georgia. Just people feel really comfortable talking to me about this shit for some reason. So some guy walks in with an older woman, and he looks like he could be, he's like a Death Squad fan or whatever the fuck. And he walks in, and he goes, Mike Cannon. And I'm wearing a mask. And I'm like, oh, what's up, dude? He's like, big fan, man. And he gave me a pound. And he goes, hey, Ma, this is the guy that got me into conspiracy theory. And she goes, what? And he's like, yeah, fucking retard believes in flat earth. And then just like walked past. And I think I heard him mutter like, I'm kidding. He doesn't. But I was like, what? Like, you know, whatever. And so after the show, the set goes good. And somebody came up to me right after my set, right before Joey was about to get put on. And he comes up and he's like, man, that's funny shit. He's like, also, like, I know comics are having a tough time. Boom, palms me like $20 or something like that, which is, you know, super nice.
Sure.
Or at least I thought it was until that story. And
now he's a cheapskate.
Now this freaking miser. He should have given me a few more shekels. But so he palms me the 20, and again, I'm not even like in handshaking mode. Like I'm trying to like fist bump at best, or like, you know, Demolition Man, you know, just 6 inches away and pretend that we made contact. And he palms me the thing. I say, thank you very much. And he's like, yeah, dude, it's cool. And he like takes down his mask and goes, and then just like walks out of the building and smokes a cigarette. And I was like,
God.
I almost just lit the 20 on fire. Like I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I literally like went like wrung it out like it was a jizz rag.
You should have asked Dino if he had like another 20. You're like, can we exchange?
I mean, Dino was on death's doorstep himself. He's like behind the register and he's like, so how things go? And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, what's happening here?
Bring it in. He says,
Give me a fucking hug.
You know, give me a hug. You can't perform unless you hug me.
Yeah. You know my rules. That would be Brendan's rule if he owned a comedy club.
Yeah. You can't get up unless
Must
you hug
hug
me, girls.
Oh no. That eclipses everything I've said so far.
It doesn't, but nice try.
Wow, worse, Brendan. Can't believe you said that about that wet alley too. That's weird that was yours.
That wet alley.
Yeah, Alex, lose a video so we don't know. How was your Christmas?
It was okay. I fucking spent it with my family, which is hell, you know. Just rough. It's like it's fine. After 2 days, I was like, I gotta go. I can't be here.
Dude, can I tell you why I love you very much? It's
Why?
because if you just give you the space to talk, eventually we'll get to the truth. Because
Yeah,
you go,
of course.
it was,
I'm all
it was
honest,
okay.
baby.
I was with my family. It was hell. And
You don't even have to
it was
give me-
rough. And
You don't even have to give me like. You don't even have to do that thing where you let someone talk.
Yeah.
You just
No,
go.
we know.
You just go. And I go. No. I just say it all. My New Year's was okay. It was the stage time was great. I was doing this thing. I told Feeney like I was opening with this. Did I tell you this? I was going. You know, I got a New Year's resolution. I just I want to get better. I don't want to interrupt people when they talk anymore. I want to listen to them. I want to really have a good conversation with people. And I go, I know that's stupid anyway. And then I turn to someone and I go, what's your New Year's resolution? And when they started talking, I went, yeah, you know, I just.
Then he sprays him with a flower petal on his lapel.
So whatever.
How old are you, boy and girl?
Whatever, dude. I'm a fucking bear clown. And so
Bear clown.
So the first two.
Somebody's got to Photoshop you as a bear clown.
Because that's not a thing that exists. There's circus bear and there's clowns. Bear clown.
Now there's a bear clown.
Bear clown.
So the
That
first
code.
two shows, it went according to plan.
What's the plan?
I ask someone
Laughs.
what they do.
Oh.
They talk. I do the thing. Gets a laugh. The third show, I go. What's your New Year's resolution? Getting ready. I'm like, what's your New Year's resolution? Right. And the guy goes, I don't know. And I go, okay. And I turn to his wife and I go, oh, what's yours? And she goes, I don't know. And I go, all right. And I turn to another person and I
And
go,
did they say, get the microphone out of my face during a
No, come
pandemic?
on. I wasn't doing. No, they should have. Fucking idiots. They should have freaked out.
Brendan New Year's super spreader Sagalow,
Yeah.
bear clown.
They're there. Okay, they're there. So, so I do it 2 more times, and everyone's going, I don't know, and I'm getting furious, and I'm like, did somebody tell me their New Year's resolution? And some guy goes, well, I can't. And I go, well, you know.
Did it work?
Of course not.
No, it did. It got like, but not as big of a laugh as the two other shows. And
Because
so I go
people
like
were
that.
man, he really stuck to that, even though that was that.
He really fucking jammed that in there.
Yeah, against my better judgment, I continued to do it, and it got a little bit of a laugh, and I went, see, that's what it was. That's what it was gonna be.
Oh, so you explained afterwards.
Yeah.
You're like, had you known what
Yeah.
your New Year's resolution
Yeah,
was, we could have gotten this over with quicker.
Yes, I got mad at them for not falling for my tricks.
Do you have a resolution?
Just continue to
Is it not actually to stop interrupting people as much?
No,
He's like, oh, it's never been important.
I don't care about that. Just to stop drinking and have a healthy year. I bought some fish oil. I got vitamin C. I'm really begging for it.
Those were some deep breaths you just exhaled into that mic. That was like a disappointed parent.
I was like
turtle coming.
I was trying to figure out the connection between what he said and what he's doing with the when you were like, I bought fish oil, got some vitamin C pills, and then I was waiting for you to be like, still eating SpaghettiOs, of course.
Do you know who's buying vitamin C pills? Like 80-year-olds, people on Molly, and Brendan. That's
People
it.
buy vitamin C all the time.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No.
Yeah,
When?
all the time.
Nope.
Yep.
Give me an example.
Me just now.
I said that. Now
Okay.
another.
Other people.
When?
I think I got some vitamin C
Before.
pills here.
I did
Oh,
too.
Yeah, I did too.
there you go. And I got vitamin D. So
D's
Yeah,
good. You want
D's
D?
nuts.
he's fucking good.
Oh,
You want
He's
to?
nuts.
D's
that out.
nuts.
take that out.
So yeah, I was trying to be a bear clown, and
You're trying to be. You're really pushing this bear clown narrative.
my
huh?
new brand.
Okay. You're getting away from the raccoon and going into bear clown.
Yeah.
That's my New Year's
He's growing.
resolution. Become a bigger animal.
That's fun. Well, nobody asked about my New Year's.
How was your New Year's?
It was fine, to be honest. Nicole and I got a hotel in Manhattan, and we stayed at the Highline Hotel.
Okay.
Which the reason we stayed there was because they had like their whole website was showing like fireplaces in the room, like just a beautiful ambiance, all that stuff.
Fireplaces in the room.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even give it a second thought. I'm like, I want to stay where there's a cozy fireplace in the room. And then we get there, and of course, it's shuttered shut like the rest of the businesses in the area. And there's never been an active fire in there. Nicole even went downstairs and was like, hey, are there any rooms with like the fireplace? And they're like, we've never had fire in here. They're like, it's against the law, I'm pretty sure.
That makes me so mad.
It was kind of infuriating, to be perfectly honest. They're just getting away with a lot of shit right now in terms of hospitality. And it's because business is low and shitty and tourism is down. But you'd think that would incentivize them to give, especially locals or whatever, a deal on staying. But instead, their prices have stayed the same, if not ratcheted up, especially for New Year's. But we were like one of 6 parties in the entire fucking hotel. The place was desolate. And it's like, on top of that, there's no room service. There's like no amenities whatsoever. You're charged up the ass for everything. We had to what is it called? Seamless orders in and then go downstairs to get it. And, all that shit, or go out to a restaurant. The entire area of Chelsea is like wildly dangerous. It's like roving groups of gay teens just learning
Just jazz dancing at you.
jazz dancing and looking to beat the shit out of you and dress you better at the same time. It's like,
Once you're a jet till the end.
I gave that a laugh. I shouldn't have said.
I should have.
But yeah, I mean, it was it just was it was great, to be honest. Like, I didn't realize how I haven't made a noise sexually in 10 months until we got there. And I was like, I finally like let out a and I didn't get the over my mouth.
Whoa.
And I was like, oh, I missed this. So I'm like, yeah, like all the time. I'm coming as loud as I've ever come in my entire life. And I mean, thank God that we had sex multiple times before dinner got there, because once dinner got there,
Multiple times.
dude, we ate so much that there was nothing sexual about us. Like we were on,
course,
we were in San Francisco, that one area, the wharf where you see all the sea lions just kind of like
Fisherman's Wharf.
Yeah, they're all laying on docks and just struggling to
just
live.
having vampire bats suck the blood out of you.
Yeah, and they kind of like snap at each other whenever the other one gets too close. That was Nicole and I. Like we'd try to do a loving rub of the other one's arm. We'd be like, "Arsh!" Just like try to fucking bite because we were just so ornery from being full.
What a night. That sounds awesome.
It was pretty fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
I had the most the most.
Hang on real quick, because this I storied this, but not everybody that listens to the podcast has seen it. But Nicole, in all earnestness, we went for a walk on the High Line in the morning, and they have the dots, the 6 feet dots across the entire thing, showing where you can be spaced from other people, where you should be, all that stuff. And Nicole just goes, "So what do these dots signify? Is that loss of life?" And I was like, "You're the most morbid bitch I've ever met in my entire life, and I love you. I love you so much."
And you kissed like the old Times Square sailors returning from the
right
war.
on one of the dots.
Yeah,
Which actually, did you know that Times Square sailor? He just like grabbed a woman.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
it was the first recorded Me Too.
well, good. Good. Yeah, he came back from war. He should be able to rape whoever you want. I'm kidding.
He got me beat.
I'm doing a character.
I'm doing a character.
I'm doing a character.
The character is named Bear Clown Brendan.
Yeah. Bear Clown has a penchant for rape.
He's like John Wayne Gacy if he was a bear.
But I had the most unceremonious end to 2020. It was a very 2020 Mike Feeney end to a New Year's Eve. First off, I spent like 2 hours trying to do unemployment thing because I just passed another round of it. So it was just the day from hell of like, it takes, I totaled it. It takes 6 minutes to get through all of the announcements when you call in all of the departments and this is pressing the button as soon as you can when it
and
gives
that's
you
also
the
once
option.
you get through. Was
Yes.
it busy?
Yeah. So I would do all that. And then after the 6 minutes it takes, then they go, "We're sorry, we're busy. Please call back another time. Go fuck yourself." And then it hangs up on you. So I spent a couple hours trying to do that, which is just will drive anybody mad. And then if you could believe it, we've been having some difficulty receiving packages. And
What's
and so
here?
my
That's
dad
crazy.
my dad mailed me this was just a Christmas present for Jeet, and it was sent December 8th. Priority 3-day mail, USPS, paid extra to get 3-day mail. December 8th. Okay. So now this is New Year's Eve. Turns out my dad is kind of responsible for this because he put like one of the numbers wrong. He had got the address wrong. It was one of the numbers were off or whatever. And so it was just, they were trying to figure it out. And then they just go, "We're sending it back to Florida, but it's going to be held at the post office for 2 more days, and then we'll send it back." So basically my dad was like, "This is your window to get it." So I was like, "Okay." And then I go, "Which post office and Astoria is it?" Because there's 2. And he's like, "It doesn't say." He sent me the whole tracking info. It doesn't say, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm already mad enough about unemployment. Why not put the post office on top of it? Then maybe I'll round it off by going to the DMV at the end of the day and really put a bullet in my head. So we go to
cap the night off by taking some fingernails.
And then you get to watch de Blasio make out with his wife on fucking CNN while slow dancing where nobody else is there. And it's like, I want to bury both of you under a school.
Erica drives me to the post office. I go, "I'll be right back." I open the door, and before I even cross the street, I see there's a line out the door for the post office. So I'm like, God fucking damn it. So I wait on this line. 20 minutes go by. I get up to the front and I go, "Here's the tracking number. Just picking up my package." And the guy just looks at me. He goes, "This isn't the post office for picking things up. That's the other post office further away." And so I go, "Okay." And I leave and I get in the car with Erica and she drives me to the other post office. That one has an even longer line out the door.
Well,
I wait.
people are picking things up.
Of course, and mailing things. It's not just one or the other. And so, except in the other one where it is. And I end up going to the other post office. I wait in the line. Thankfully, I hear someone like when the door, just in the time, I'm not even in the door yet, but when the door is opening, like as it's closing, I hear someone be like, "Is anybody picking up packaging?" So I get to go like, "Yeah," and I get to cut the whole line. So that feels good. I'm like saving time. I go up to the woman. I go, "I'm just picking up a package. Here's the tracking number, Mike Feeney, blah, blah, blah. Here's my license." She's like, "Okay, we'll try." And I was like, "What's that mean?" And then she leaves. She comes back and she goes, "I got it. Here's the package." And then I go, "Great." And then she goes, she's looking at the package. She goes, "Michael, do you go by like a different name?" And I go, "Mike." And then she goes, no. And she goes, hold on 1 second. Then she goes over to the other guy. She goes, yeah, because this isn't the same name as this one, and the address is different than his license. So even though, but he has the right tracking number. But I can hear them talking about it. I'm like, that's mine though. It's mine. And then the guy goes like this. Like I hear the guy. He's with another customer, but he's trying to help her, and he goes like this. Oh no, you can't. Definitely don't. Just give me a minute. So now I have to wait till this guy's done with his transaction. Then he comes over to me and he's like, yeah, we can't give you the package because it's not your name. And I go, what's the name? And he goes, well, we can't tell you the name. And I go, well, I was like, it's a package sent by my dad. And then he go, what's your dad's address? And I say his whole address, and they're like, okay. And I was like, what are the odds that I would come to this post office, know this is here, be able to wait online to tell you every single thing besides, and I go,
get a dog toy.
And I go, it's a gift for my dog. It's a Christmas present for my dog. And they go, what's your dog's name? And I go, Jeet. And they go, that's what it says, Jeet Feeney. And they go, but that doesn't match your license. And I go, oh, that's because that's a dog's name. And I'm a person. And he doesn't have a license because he is a dog. And so they're like, I don't really think, because the address is wrong. And I was like, it's off by one number. And you can clearly, the return to sender, last name, they're all lining up. Here I am. I'm telling you, it just fucking trust me. It's a dog toy. I know what's in there. Just give me the goddamn thing. And I had to literally like pull it out of them. And then they're like, all right. You know what? All right. We'll mark it as delivered. And if anything happens, I mean, it is what it is. And I'm like,
yeah, if a beagle shows up to complain, here's my number.
Let me know. And so they finally gave me the fucking package. And then we got back here, and it's one of his favorite toys. It's a little pig that squeezes. It's a stress ball pig, and he loves it. He's having a great time. But I'm like, it was just one of those things where what an end to the new year. Then by the time we came back,
I want to go there right now.
Yeah. Oh, and then I also had to fucking try to clear a song for fucking copyright use. The video that we put out today, which we did a spoof of the holiday season, and I was like trying to find the karaoke version, but getting the rights, but not really getting the rights. And they're like, you have the rights to use it, but if like Andy Williams's people, the original song creators, reach out, you're fucked and on your own. So I'm like, what does that mean? Can I use it? Is it gonna get flagged? Am I gonna get strike? So all of that happened in one day, and then it was like a couple hours left till New Year's Eve, and Erica made every finger food. She made hot dogs. She made all the like pigs in a blanket. She made a bunch of like little like appetizers you would have at a party. And then I was just like, time to drink until I can't. And then that was the rest of my night. And it was outside of that, it was a very fucking stressful end to 2020.
Great.
Makes sense.
It seems like you have problems with delivery, but you know what other people should deliver?
Five-star reviews. The first ever guest segue.
Wow, that was
guys,
good stuff. Is your hair slicked back right now?
Yeah, I'm joining the mob. No, I just put I put a little bit of product in it, but
leave a 5-star review for us on iTunes. We appreciate it. It really helps. And stop touching your hair now.
Now it's all fucked.
It's why I did it.
Yeah. So guys, leave us a 5-star review. Tell a friend about the podcast. Hell, tell 3 or 4. Why not? The more, the better. And if you guys want to support the show in other ways, you can sign up for a Gas Digital Network subscription using the code IGP. It gives you a 2-week free trial. You get access to all of our shows. We have over 200 episodes. Only the most recent 15 are free on iTunes. So if you want all of our library from the beginning with HD video and bonus content, you got to sign up for Gas Digital Network. Use that code IGP. You also get access to the other 22 shows on the network, all their episodes, everything else. It's fucking crazy. It's hundreds of thousands of hours of content, and you get it all 2-week free trial. See how much of it you can get through. If you like it, keep it going, whatever, And also, if you don't want to sign up for a subscription, but you do want to support the show, another way to do it is through podcast merch.
Oh, baby. God,
look
that
at
rainbow
that
shirt is dope.
Yes, very progressed t-shirts up there. We got the IGP, we got the Popeyes one, which, by the way, I got 2 compliments on the Popeyes hoodie the last time I wore it out.
Everybody loves
great.
it. Everybody loves it. Coming soon also is is the bear clown t-shirt.
Yeah.
Can I at least get that
Brendan
shirt?
gets 0% proceeds.
I don't even care. I just want a shirt. I just want one of them.
Good luck, pal. So do that. Leave a review for the show. Get a t-shirt or a hoodie. That always helps us. And there's even more ways to support us, which is you could check out our other podcast, What's the Scenario, which is our Patreon podcast. Check it out, patreon.com/scenariopod. Not a storytelling podcast. We just answer hypothetical what ifs that you, the listeners, give us, and we answer them. It's a little comedy obstacle course you help create. We love it. And you guys can sign up for as little as $5 a month. Check that out. And also individually, you can support us in the following ways. Michael?
Instagram at I am Mike Cannon, at I am Mike Feeney, at Brendan Sagalow.
Thank you.
Again, if you don't have the money to support us during this time, we completely understand that. We would love for you guys to help us in a free way, which is subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Instagram, we got YouTube, Mike Cannon Comedy, Mike Feeney Comedy, Brendan Sagalow. We have YouTube Irish Goodbye Podcast, which we've already said. Subscribe. It takes you, a little bit of effort, obviously, to just go type it in and find it, but you can do it on your phone. And all you got to do is click that button, and it genuinely helps us within the industry, getting the word out about the podcast, praising to the almighty algorithm and getting our shit out there to more and more people. So we're building this community. We're building a bunch of stuff right now, and we're doing it with your help. So thank you for that. I actually have some live dates, weirdly enough, too, in January. I'm at Uncle Vinny's. Again, January 20th through the 23rd, I'm actually with Louis J. Gomez. Don't tell him because I'm not driving him. And then the next week, I'm doing that thing. Brendan and I are there, and I don't know if I can even announce Huntington, basement of the Paramount, I guess. I think you got to be a member of the Paramount to go. But either way, I think I'm filming that with the Homeless Pimp and John, NY Video Guy. So we're going to figure out what to do with that. But get tickets to that if you can. And then, just subscribe to us all across the board and let some friends know.
Fuck yeah. And listen to the Patreon if you can. It's for the little price of $5 a month.
Feeney already did this.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
My album comes out in 2 weeks.
We have a Sweet Baby Boys debut.
I have a debut album coming out January 21st.
I listened, by the way. I forgot to tell you that I listened. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Thanks.
I thought it cut together nicely.
Thank you.
I thought, it captured exactly who you are and who you
I
love.
think so. I really think so. And who I love. You can really see all the influences. Might as well call
I said who we love, you fucking insecure maniac. You're I know I'm biting off of 10 different comics. It's terrible.
It's so funny because I was just yes-anding your thing, but if we don't yes-and you yell at us anyway.
That's right.
So.
It's a lose-lose for you. Welcome to my friendship.
And if you have Sirius XM or even Pandora, there's going to be an exclusive on the 15th.
Nice.
That's the only place you could listen to it.
Oh,
Hell
baby.
yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Very exciting stuff.
Yes,
I'll be honest,
exciting.
I haven't listened to it yet, but I also was not asked. So
That's okay.
It's a personal thing. And I would like to say, if you guys are watching live on Thursday, please come out. This weekend, I will be at Comics Roadhouse, Mohegan Sun, with Brendan.
Yay!
And we'll be there the 7th through the 9th. And those just for the people who are watching the live stream. Thank you very much. And come say hi. And it's super limited seating, even less so than the last time I was there because obviously of COVID and everything. So they really go crazy with the precautions. The whole casino shuts down at 10 p.m. now.
As it should. I mean, that casino is also run by a pack of tards.
It's pretty wild. Well, I feel like Native Americans had a lot of great contributions to this country, but there goes Mike again, just sullying his racism across this podcast. And so Alex, sorry you got to follow that, but where are you going to be? And also check out my videos every week.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Alex Scar, and check out my podcast, Broad Topics, TOPIX, with Kim Congdon, right here on Gas Digital Network every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Or you could catch it for free on iTunes and YouTube every Monday.
Yeah, Alex, how you feeling? Are we allowed to talk about this publicly?
Yeah, I think so. I'm feeling good. I'm not sure if I haven't been tested yet, so.
Yeah. Are you waiting?
I'm waiting until tomorrow morning when I think will be the soonest possible time to get an accurate test.
I see. Nice. Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. You don't look like you could survive the thing, so I hope you missed it.
Thank you.
Shall we get into the Bachelor, Brendan?
Yeah, I think we need to. I think it's right about that time. Let's get into it. So when we last left our heroes, this was a couple weeks ago. We teased it up. We got a couple. We got 3 killer submissions.
Unreal.
And I believe, Alex, we have more submissions this week.
Yeah, we have 2 more submissions this week.
Two more.
Great.
Yeah. Are they women?
They are both women.
Don't tell us. Oh, okay. I was like, oh no, don't tell us.
Both women. All right.
Scary.
Great.
Excellent. All right. Very exciting stuff. So thank you so much to those of you who have submitted. And I mean, poo to those of you who just do not have the flaps, not balls, flaps to submit, because there are several clams out there on Twitter, especially, that have been DMing me and tweeting me saying, I want to submit, but I don't know if I should. And I think I talked somebody into it, and she may be one of the two.
Yeah.
And then there's like at least 5 to 10 others that are like, gee, maybe, I don't know. And fair enough, because we're pretty much putting them personally on blast.
Yeah. And a bunch of them have husbands and
jobs.
Kids. Yeah.
Well, still though,
Flaps.
I'll be a home wrecker.
That's right. He'll sit on your couch and break it.
I was gonna say he was gonna run through the wall.
Oh yeah.
Both work.
So let's see. Here's what I think we should do. So now we have a total of 5 submissions. I think what we should do here is we can go one of 2 ways. Brendan can either just kind of make a decision here, or we can whittle it down to like the top 2.
I say we whittle it down to the top 2.
So nervous.
Yeah. So we had 3. This is kind of like the NCAA Final Four. I'm not sure if KP did enough to bend your sexuality. Who knows? Don't give it away. But let's say that we have 2 that we know of, 2 real viable options for sure. KP is a wild card. You might get the taste of dick. Who knows? But then we have 2 more today, and it would only make sense to whittle it down to the top 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's
and drag this out. In case Alex has COVID.
Yeah. Let's do it. We have to share headphones when we watch the video, guys. So that's why we're getting close and quiet.
All
And
right.
then Alex is going to play the video.
We're going to start here with Chelsea.
Oh, I know
Yes.
Chelsea. She came
Yeah.
out.
I know
Chelsea
Chelsea.
came out to my show at my last show that I did in St. Paul, Minnesota, where
Nice.
everybody got COVID. So I assume she just is done fighting.
I mean, it makes sense that she lost her taste, and she's submitting. Get it?
Oh, I thought.
Oh God.
I don't know
guys.
what I thought, but I
we
thought
were
it was way
friends.
more hurtful than that.
It was hurtful. She has no
It's
taste.
very hurtful.
So she's.
But I
submitted.
thought you meant like a fashion taste because
incredibly
it's
hurtful.
yeah.
No. It's incredibly hurtful. Shut your face. We can't hear.
I can't hear it.
You got to share sound too. Sorry, guys. We were supposed.
I gotta say,
Our
these gals,
shot is
these gals know what Brendan likes because they go straight cleave or some sort
Yeah,
of.
I'm a boob guy.
You are a big boob
I'm
guy.
a big boob guy.
personally.
I also I like
Hey, guys.
whoever I like, you know.
Chelsea, I'm 28. I'm from Wisconsin.
I can't hear it.
This is Kevin.
Oh, hold on.
He's just hanging
She's-
out. A little bit about me. Big sports fan. Big
Why don't you just make it louder in the thing? On the laptop.
Alex, make it louder in the thing.
No, your laptop.
I hope you keep all of this, Alex. Don't
Don't pull it
trim
like
any-
that. Don't pull
Okay,
it.
I'm not,
because
I'm
it'll
not.
break.
You guys are hanging out
Hey guys, my name's Chelsea. I'm 28. I'm from Wisconsin. This is Kevin. He's just hanging out.
Oh, that's a
little bit
real
about me.
fucking cat?
Big sports fan. Big comedy fan. Love to snowboard. I love shoe shopping. I love naps. I love drinking wine in the shower, especially.
Nice.
Not really sure why you'd pick me.
She's perfect.
I mean, I guess if you like tits, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a brown, loud, heavily tattooed person who has an attitude problem. So if you've ever thought about what it would be like to fuck Louis J. Gomez in a wig, flop doggy,
I love the finger guns.
I wouldn't pick me if I were you. I just wouldn't. Thanks for hearing me out.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
Well, that took a tremendously sad turn.
mean,
that was a roller coaster of emotions there.
Yeah, she is Brendan.
yes, she's female Brendan.
I get it. I get you. I get you, baby.
I totally get it. I mean,
get
that
it.
was a perfect match if I've ever seen one. She's I've been watching Are You the One lately on Netflix. It made the switch from MTV to Netflix.
You
and,
still haven't got back to Peaky Blinders, and you chose that
Yeah.
show over.
yeah. And I've seen it already.
I mean, that's
Hey guys, I
You
have a
watch The
problem.
Boys?
What?
Oh, what?
Hey, you can watch whatever you want, baby doll.
Thanks.
I never heard thanks so aggressively. That thanks went through my heart.
That was
Great
perfect.
submission. I think it was great. She showed boobs. She showed unconfidence, which is great.
Unconfidence.
Yeah,
That's
no
right.
confidence, because then I know I'm gonna be, the confident one.
Her hobbies
Yeah,
are
you can't be The
depression,
Rock.
naps, and masturbating. So again, just your wheelhouse.
I mean,
This almost seems like it's kind of like I'm like I don't want if two depressed people get together, we're just gonna be like everything's gonna slowly turn gray,
this is there's nothing
like the
slow
opposite of
about it.
Pleasantville.
Yeah, you're both gonna be like those fucking the lost souls from Soul,
Yeah.
Yeah,
just covered in sand, sprinting across.
I get that reference.
saying
Yeah.
one thing just over and over again.
I know
Louis
good.
J.
I know.
Gomez.
Yeah.
Louis J. Gomez.
This is my Alex. Can you bring back up the stats? My only issue here
Okay.
is that you guys are so much alike. I don't know if you'll ever get away from each other. Like you'll just only share the bed. You guys won't get out of bed. You'll
Yeah.
stay in bed.
You guys all have bed
being,
sores.
Yeah, between being sad, napping, and flicking both your beans, you're going to be in bed for 23 hours a day.
And I do like she said reasons to pick me, your lonely penis. Which is
And
very
she
true.
said my best feature. She said her forearms, which are a fun thing. Obviously,
She can milk you.
great.
Yeah,
I want to
with
do
those
that thing.
nails.
I want to do that thing where you get on a table with the hole cut out. And fucking,
That's not even really milking. That's almost like you're the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You're just pulling the bell. When milking is going in through the ass.
I would call it
and then-
pulling the bell, fucking tugging the balls.
Yeah, both of those work. But milking is going in through the back door and then pressing the magic beanbag.
Jeez.
And with her nails.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Can you put your huge
I'll do it.
forearms?
You know
in
what?
my
We should do it for the Patreon.
asshole? 400 subscribers.
Yeah, just a
we
non-sexual
will milk
milking.
Sagalow.
yeah. I have nipples, Brendan. Can you milk me?
I bet I could make you come
I'm sure you
involuntarily
could.
if I milked you.
I'm sure you
Like
could.
even without you being turned on, I could get in there and just go press the button and
Yeah, and that would do one of two things to our friendship.
Yep.
It would either make it very weird, or what I hope is just bring us closer.
I can't see a world where it wouldn't make us stronger.
I can.
I know for a
keep
fact
turning to
Feeney's
Feeney.
out.
Yeah, we keep turning to Feeney, like, dude, just let me do it, man. We're all so much closer. I'm so much closer. It's like,
It's great. It's for the three of us.
it's for the family.
So, all right. So that's our submission. So we got one more submission,
One more submission.
and let's see. Oh, I forgot the headphones. Let's see what it.
But don't tug on it. Because it'll break.
Well, yes, they're expensive.
Oh. She's on TikTok.
I've matched with Brendan on every
Wow.
dating app: Bumble, Tinder, Hinge. Whoa.
FetLife? What's FetLife?
I have
Coffee
no
meets
idea.
bagel, seeking arrangement, eHarmony, farmers only, match. Okay. Wow. What? Okay, well, let me read. Hold on, let me read these. Go back a little bit. I got to read these to some people here.
I read all of them.
No, we go past about that. So the person is they have text and they're just pointing to the text. So they got all of the things they matched on. Okay, what's next? But he hasn't asked me out. It says, go ahead. I'm a meme at this point.
I'm a meme at this point.
We're a perfect match.
Are you the one?
I live down the block, so she's local.
That's huge.
That's huge.
But hang on.
We both believe in Jesus. We both believe Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior.
I do.
But
Okay.
don't you have some Judaism in you?
I'm Jewish, yeah.
So you killed your savior?
I've done a lot of things.
And let it play. Yeah, this is
I am a woman that thinks he's funny.
a huge
That's
asset.
huge.
I mean, the biggest.
That's huge.
So let it
Closes-
play.
That's it.
Oh, that was it. Oh, okay.
And she
Oh,
has-
that was fast.
She has a robe.
Oh, and she has a
Rose.
rose.
And she's in a robe.
And she's in
She's a robe and a rose.
Wow. All right. I mean,
Okay.
here's the thing.
a
This
lot
is-
of really great submissions.
This is
Does she have a bio or info or a name or anything like that we can
That's-
go off of?
Jenna is her name.
Jenna.
Oh, of course. He knows because he matched on
Because I matched
everything.
with her on Hinge, Bumble, and Tinder.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so that's how she knows. that you're
34.
Jenna with an H at the end. I think
Singer
that's-
songwriter.
Jenna.
Yeah, that's a point deduction. Singer songwriter. So she's an artist.
Yeah.
She's musically inclined, which
Yeah.
you fancy yourself as well.
Well, if you heard that song from the video we put out today, that was all me, baby. I'm like Pharrell at this point.
Well, Jenna, actually, give us your professional opinion on Brendan's musical production ability.
Mm-hmm.
Watch that video.
Yeah.
So I like that she's obvious. She could caption videos for him if they were ever to date seriously.
That's right. Yeah, and she's on TikTok.
She is on the talk.
I wonder, do you know how she's seen you? Have you conversed with her before?
Yes. When we were talking on the apps,
Mhm.
she said that she actually knew my comedy because she saw me at Feeney's album recording.
Hey, thanks for coming
Wow.
to my album recording, Jenna. Appreciate you.
And she lives in Astoria and everything. And I was in a bad place. Bad time, man. If you catch me on the apps, I'm in a bad place. That's what it is. If the
So that's why you never reached out?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But if you catch you on a podcast accepting submissions, this is Brendan healthy.
I wouldn't call it healthy, but it's definitely something. I'm smiling through it.
And then, so we also have.
It's the outdoor dining of Brendan's business being open.
I will say this: I haven't heard. We
I'm
didn't
boarding
hear
up
her.
the walls.
We didn't hear her speak. So for all we know, she could have Darth Vader voice.
Yeah.
I've never heard her speak.
Maybe
Maybe she does have Darth Vader.
Maybe
voice.
she's mute.
that would be hot.
That would be great. She would never be interrupted.
That's right.
Brendan's like, I don't know what to do. When do I start talking? If not, when someone else is mid sentence.
That's funny that you think I need someone to talk for me to talk.
Yeah, all she has to do is make that.
All she has to do is
The
be in
movement.
the room,
Yeah.
and I'm on. I'm a clown bear.
You are a clown bear pig.
So we have, we also have one of our people who submitted last week sent a follow-up email because she didn't attach a bio.
Nice.
And she attached a bio and I think some more pics.
Oh, KP.
Alex, I don't know if you have that
KP
email or if you can
just
pull it
a
up.
straight up banana hammock. I would fucking
win.
I would love it.
He would
Yeah.
win.
But wow, Jenna, great submission.
Great submission.
Also a perfect submission, kind of. Again, we're talking about this by round because that also gives it something to build on. So what did you see in Brendan that made you match with him in the first place? Obviously you were familiar with his comedy just through Feeney's show. Did you like his comedy? Did that attract you more to him, or are you interested despite what you saw?
Yeah. Do you like half-ass act outs and someone that would make George Carlin roll in his grave?
And a lot of influence from his 10 favorite comedians.
Yeah, if you like Lewis Cook and Lewis C. Cook, then here we are.
Alex, do you have that email? Oh, here we go. Okay, so
Ooh.
wait to pull. This is from the
wow.
follow-up from
Very nice.
Samantha, who sent us one.
I showed Nicole Samantha, and before she saw anybody else, she goes, he needs to pick her.
Mike, can you read it just because we're for?
I can't see anything, but yeah, I am terrible at writing bios, so I'll start with what I used on Bumble. I know what I want for dinner. I've been thinking about it since lunch. Honestly,
I love that.
that's great. It's a great quote. It's also a great actual skill to have, because one of the more frustrating parts of dating, as I remember, is the indecision on the other
of
person's
a
half.
relationship.
course.
Yeah, I mean,
It's this. If that weren't a thing, that's why Erica, like, starting to be this excellent chef in 2020 that she's become, has saved our relationship, because now we don't have to have the Chinese. No. Do you want Mexican? No. What do you want? Do you Middle Eastern? Just
Yeah.
I'll have Thai. Well, I want sushi. It's just a nightmare.
Last night was the final green lights fat fuck night at the Cannon household. And I had a plan to like kind of go out with a big celebration, like I was like, I want to order food from everywhere. I want to, spend whatever. I don't care. I just want to eat like crazy, because come Monday, that's when my actual New Year starts and I start working out again, all that stuff. It took some emotional time for me,
Of course.
which actually didn't work because I'm more emotionally healthy when I'm working out. We had the argument where I was like, so what do you want? It became, what do you want? Well, what do you want? And I gave some things and she'd be like, no. And then I'd be like, well, what do you want? And she had nothing. And she's like, I'll get whatever. And I'm like, clearly you won't get whatever, because I just gave you 2 suggestions and you said no to both of them. And she's like, well, I don't really want to spend money. And I was like, well, we're going to have to if we want dinner. And she's like, well, I just, and I'm like, I almost divorced her on the spot. Like I was like, I've had it. I've absolutely had it. I
Take
can't
the kid. I'm out.
Yeah,
You
I
just
can't
leave.
do this anymore.
So wait, let's go back to what they said. So I like the tagline. That's great. That's huge.
Yes.
What's next?
I like that.
So she says, I'm 27 from South Jersey.
So younger than Brendan, which is
Which I
great.
like.
Younger than Brendan. That he likes. Yuck. I'm Irish/Italian, so I can handle.
I didn't say 12.
No, I know.
Although
Yeah. It's weird. That was the example.
I didn't say 12 and blonde.
Yeah.
Your tongue too. Oh, Alex, I wish you could have heard that because there was a real uncomfortable.
I care what Alex thinks.
You do care.
You do.
I'm Irish Italian, so I can handle my liquor, but
Love
not
it.
always my temper.
Oh, I like
That's
that.
fun. That's fun.
Sounds great.
It feels like she's describing Brendan the more this happens.
Yeah.
I told you that story about like early in my relationship with Nicole where she was blackout drunk and in a like one of those livery cabs, like not even an official cab, heading to Elmhurst, Queens, and instead she got dropped off in Jamaica, Queens, and had no Uber. This is like years before that stuff. Had to like hail a cab in the middle of fucking Jamaica. She lights the fuck out, and then she got like dropped off in the middle of 57th Ave in Elmhurst, and I had to like run 7 avenues to go find her, and she was so drunk. I'm like, what the fuck is your? This is before we got into a fight in the middle of the street. But she texted me while we were text fighting while I was trying to get her to like safely get to this apartment. She was like, fuck this. I'm getting raped all day, been VIP shitting.
One of my favorite, probably
That's gotta be on a shirt
That's my
somewhere.
favorite Nicole quote. I remember when you did that in
I'm
your
getting
act.
raped
Yeah.
all day.
Did you ever do that on your
VIP
album?
shitting.
I never did. And I almost put it up recently on Instagram because I have a pretty decent copy of like that bit. But I was like, no. Like, even though it was Nicole's text and what she said, I was like, yeah, I'm just not.
They don't
It's not-
deserve it.
It's not worth it to put
Yeah.
it up. It's just whatever. But I'll put it on Patreon. But yeah, it was like my response was what I wrote in my act too, which I'm pretty proud of. But it actually escalated the fight, obviously, because I was like, oh, well, you're the most talented multitasking rape victim ever because you didn't spell anything wrong.
Yeah.
I was like, if you're
She also
currently
put
getting raped.
the little dots in between VIP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also didn't imagine. I never imagined. I don't know why, but I never. Whenever I'm picturing people getting raped, I'm not immediately jumping to anal raping, which that's what her jump was, because she's been VIP shitting. So I assume she's been anally raped, and now she's just unplugged.
Oh, so that's how you took that.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was.
Be VIP shitting. Like I'm shitting like a champ now because I got unplugged because I was butt raped.
You might have just restart this fight. I'm like re-mad.
You go home and you're like, and what the hell was that?
And I've deciphered VIP shit.
Yeah.
A 10-year-old plague is lifted off of me. Okay, sorry, Alex. Let's go back to the thing. I work in distribution, purchasing, and I bartend part-time.
Wow, super vague on the
So-
first part. So drugs and
Oh, I assume it's beer.
I don't know.
Oh,
She
yeah,
said
maybe.
distribution. What?
Purchasing, and I bartend part-time. I assume it's in the
beer.
same industry.
I also
So basically,
feel like
she might be female Feeney, which is, again, your dream.
That's great. Can't wait to be passively aggressively talked to.
Is it passive aggressive?
It sounds like she's
very
just
passive.
directly
I
aggressive.
feel like it's aggressive.
Yeah. Oh, I'm aggressive. You are
Passive
passive
aggressive.
aggressive, but also directly aggressive while trying to feign passive.
But which is it then? Passive or aggressive?
Well, because we know you, we know it's aggressive, but in the context of just how
Society?
humans interact,
Yeah.
it's passive aggressive.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nuanced. It's a nuanced.
There's layers to it.
It's a nuanced, cunty way of being. I do kickboxing 5 days a week.
Oh, all right.
Great, a kickboxer with a temper. Love it.
So Brendan's gonna
No, I'm
have
just
Brendan's
kidding.
gonna have a lot of able time to nap while she's working out places.
Also, she now sounds like me and Feeney mixed.
Yeah, yeah.
So
is
she's
starting-
she's
this-
both of us.
I'm
She's
starting
your
to fall in
dream
love.
girl.
She's got anger
Starting to
issues.
fall in love, yeah.
Yeah, she takes kickboxing. She's pissed.
Yeah.
I love this.
Recently divorced my wife.
All right. And she's like, I'm not afraid to eat and drink all the calories I burned during my workout. So she's
Oh,
had
yeah, I
a
love
good
that.
goddamn time. I like karaoke
Love karaoke.
and bowling.
Love bowling.
My go-to karaoke song is The Real Slim Shady.
Wow.
And let me tell you, nothing gets a group of rednecks at the local dive bar going like a little white girl rapping.
That's great.
God, this girl just soaked me
She's
up.
hot. Yeah.
Feeney, sorry about your chair, but it is ruined.
My balls are leaking.
You gotta order another one. Hope they deliver
I've
it
never
on time.
come out of
No.
I mostly like being around people who I can laugh and have a good time. with.
Damn it. You're so
Yeah,
close, Brendan.
So
funny.
close because
Real-
Brendan
that's really funny.
Is a boring time.
I'm
I
the
also
funniest
included
one.
screenshots of my of who.
I was wondering. I was like, you just gotta let that go, huh?
Never.
Of who?
Of your family.
Yeah.
No, not even. Not even.
No, your mom's pretty damn funny.
She's funny.
I think my dad's the funniest.
She included screenshots for Bumble
they're
for
psychos.
reference.
Yeah.
So let's see these Bumble.
Yeah, let's see some bumbles.
Great pick.
I thought she was holding a bong for a second.
She's got the liquor bottle ready to pour. She's even got the pour spout on.
Yeah,
Wow.
Samantha, do 7. I know what I want for days. Okay,
Yeah, there it
got
is.
that. Nice. Got a little,
Dresses up well for weddings.
Yeah,
Good, looks
yeah.
good.
She's out of your league.
Yeah.
for sure.
Let's keep going.
I agree.
Oh, a little bathing
bathing
suit.
So
action.
bathing suit always pulling my hair back even though it's dry, so there's
That's
no
right.
reason for me to be doing that, but
Yeah.
for the picture it looks perfect.
It's salty and windy. The high waisted too is a real sexy.
Damn, and she's got some hot friends. So if it doesn't work out,
Well, that probably ruined your day.
Yeah, yeah.
But
kidding.
oh, I like that.
Oh, she's got a
Great
dog.
little dog. Love that dress too.
Yeah, the cleavage with the fitted dress. I mean, that's some good stuff. The
And then-
fucking also let's
Oh,
hang on. I mean, let's get to that after because there's a lot to work with on that one. But the fact that her leash matches her dress,
Coordination.
that's bananas.
And as a gay man, I like that.
that's
Yeah.
right.
And then
as an on fire homosexual.
Wow, I love that picture.
That's
that
a
last
great
picture.
pick, and also kind of a pick you would take.
It's for sure
Yes.
a pick I would take.
Yeah.
if you could get on a counter. So we have you're not good at climbing on things, are you?
I have. I did break Cannon's ladder in his pool. I
That
slept
was
on-
soldered into the cement.
I mean, that was like built in colonial
It's old
times
as
too. It was
fuck.
made out of solid oak. There was nothing that a fucking charging rhino couldn't have broken that step.
I've
But
lost
Brendan-
18 pounds, baby.
I know, and I'm proud of you. As your father, I'm proud of you.
you, and
Let's
I'm
go
still
back.
going.
So-
Is there any other pictures?
I think that was
I
it
think
on the
that's it.
picks. But so, Brendan, what are your impressions?
I see nothing wrong with her.
Sammy, sweetheart.
Yes, which means there's got to be something.
She's playing up the anger thing for. Stop
course.
breathing so heavily into the mic. But she is playing up the anger thing to be.
Are we recording?
Yes, to be fun and funny. But I have a feeling it's an actual problem.
I kind of think I'd like that though.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't.
You
I
hang
don't-
out with me.
You
Yeah.
said you remember in
I
your
don't like fighting.
I remember in your last tumultuous relationship, you
Yes.
said that you're like, we fight so much, but sometimes I kind of like that, which is
kind of. I mean, I fucking hate it for the most part, but there is something about the juices flowing, about screaming at somebody. Like it really takes a lot for me to get fucking angry.
Yeah. So
You know.
you want her to bring that out of you.
Kind of, yeah.
all right. So
I
let's
want a reason to leave you.
so
So far, I haven't seen one.
all right. Well, let's narrow it down to the top 2. So as a refresher, we have Sammy Sweetheart
KP
here.
Burke.
We have KP Burke. We have the woman who did the Jenna, right? Was her name
Jenna.
with the TikTok?
Yes.
Nah.
And then
With an H.
who are the other 2?
The woman
names
that
we
that
have?
shook her tush
We have
to the
the
Eminem
Tush,
song.
Oh, yeah,
Kendra.
yeah.
Kendra it was
That's right.
And there was another person's name and Chelsea.
And Chelsea. That's
Okay.
right. Chelsea,
Yes.
who basically begged you not to pick
Yeah.
her, so she wouldn't have to submit another video.
Yeah.
So let's narrow it down. So let's pick your top 2. Who is getting your rose? Be very dramatic and do this one at a time. Alex,
Yes.
maybe. In post.
Alex, can you do? Well, I guess you're not. You can't hear it, but I was going to say if Alex could do her Bachelorette voice, maybe it would
there's
nicely
that.
lead into Brendan.
There's that too.
Yeah.
Maybe Alex, you can maybe in post even put some dramatic Bachelor type music when Brendan picks his decision. So Brendan, we're gonna do your rose ceremony now. Who are your two people getting roses? Rose number 1 goes to.
I'm gonna give a rose
And
to.
why?
Huh?
And why?
Yeah, say why first, and then say who it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
but,
give
but
it-
make it super vague so that it could be any of them.
Right.
Like
I
they
like
do
how
on the
Brendan
show.
almost Bad Comedy Show hosted it and gave the name first and
No.
then would have sputtered through the meaning.
I don't think you can predict the future. You have no idea what I'm gonna do.
I know you super well.
Can't wait to get dinner. I'm gonna give my first rose to KP. No, just kidding. I'm gonna give it. I think Jenna.
Okay.
I think there's a
Jenna.
reason we matched on
6 times.
on every single app.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Blackpeoplemeet.com. I like that she lives close to me. That's huge.
You are a man of intense laziness.
Yeah, as somebody who, I'm very lazy and also.
of intense laziness.
Title.
I mean, that's your autobiography title.
Too late to change the name of your special.
It's not. It's not. I'll email. I'm emailing Matt right now. A man of intense laziness.
If there's anything Brendan is passionate about, it's lazy.
So yeah, it's very nice
Jenna.
that she lives by me.
Yeah, I like that she's
cute.
This is big. She's
Very
moving
cute.
on, and you don't even know what she sounds like.
I have no idea what she's like Ariel. You know?
Yeah.
I just get a bunch of fucking crabs and seagulls telling me to kiss her, and I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
And Mike's the crab.
Yeah.
Sitting there across the way. She don't got a lot to say, but there's something about her.
And
She don't say a word, so she can't say no. You got to rape that girl.
Good luck.
And then, and then
the
you're
rest of your life.
Brendan and I have committed to being unhirable. Feeney, on the other hand, thinks he's selling a show or something. We're bringing you down with us.
I refuse. I'm like the greased up deaf guy from Family Guy. I'm gonna wiggle out of all this.
Yeah, good luck. We're both 2 cement shoes.
Rape is okay. What?
Yeah. So
yeah, Jenna.
Wow, Jenna, big. All right, so
That's
this
huge.
is great. Yeah, big.
Yeah.
So Jenna, you're moving ahead.
Second day submission, first
I
person
will say
chosen.
this. I was a little turned off by her being like, he still hasn't asked me. It's like, you don't know what's going on with me. Okay.
Right.
But
but
why
that
is
was
it?
a fact.
And I
It
think
is a
she's
fact.
well within her rights to be like, what the fuck?
Seemed like a jab. Seemed like
I think it was a jab.
And I think it's a
Not into it.
justifiable jab if you've not only matched
A
on
JJ.
several sites, apps, but you also were talking.
Because it's weird because you had to say, yes, I'm interested in her in order for her to be interested in you. So you've actually already on multiple platforms expressed interest.
Yes. And as I said, I was going through some stuff.
All right.
I am-
So, Jenna with an H, she's in. And then we got one more person that you're giving a rose to.
Brendan, if you could just lay back and nap.
Okay.
And final rose. Little anticlimactic. Probably could have held Jenna for the second one. I feel like we know who the second rose is going to go to, but maybe not. Maybe
Really?
we're wrong. We'll see. Let's find out right now. And the second rose.
K. No, I'm going for Sweetheart Sammy.
Sammy Sweetheart.
Sammy. All right.
That is a no-brainer there. She's great in like every way possible.
Honorable
So-
mentions to KP and to Chelsea and to Kendra.
Everybody, you're all great.
You're the best.
This was so hard.
And
Yeah,
who
and
knows, guys, like we saw with Bachelorette Alex, there is no morals to this game.
You can still contact me.
contact.
Yeah, that's what I
I
call
heard
it.
that too.
Still contact.
And it was crazy.
You get. Yeah, I'm still around
For sure. Still contact Brendan and contact him with your cunt. But also that
Except
we're
for KP,
open to
don't-
breaking the rules. We're open to a resubmission. If you think you can fire these broads out of the water with some new video,
100%.
or I'm assuming Chelsea. I dragged that out of her apparently on Twitter. Just basically
Yeah, thanks
saying
for
you should
making time.
100% do that. But this is, you see the competition. You see who's out there. You see what they have to offer our dear Brendan. Sure, it's stiff, and Brendan is as well, but I feel like it's anybody's game, and we'll bring in whoever the fuck. Didn't we bring in the, guitar playing Nordic man into the last one?
Hello, Alex.
Yeah, and Alex has been DMing and texting and, a pre-boyfriend, I should say. But
this song is called Fast Car. Ding, 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 ding.
And so email, if you love riffs like that, you'll love Brendan. Email irishgoodbyepodcast@gmail.com.
He's all that. He really thinks he's the
And a
best.
bag of potato chips? What decade is it?
He's your friend.
He thinks he's... You invited him. Email irishgoodbyepodcast@gmail.com. And here's the thing. So Jenna and Sammy Sweetheart, we need you to send another video, make another video by next week, and give us by next Thursday is a submission, right? What's the date on that?
Yeah, because I think, as long as Alex isn't on death's doorstep and does, test out of the NBA protocols, then we'll all be in the same place.
So you have till January 14th. So within the next 3 days, January 14th, send another video submission. We want to see, really, this is going to be this is the final. So you got to really separate yourself from the competition.
Pull out some
do something that you didn't think. Do what you got to do, and really make your final push on why you think you should be the winner of the Bachelor, Brendan.
Yeah, we're so excited. I mean, Brendan,
so excited.
Brendan,
man.
your cheeks are rosy.
I'm nervous.
It's eczema.
That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.